Welcome back, everybody, to Warriors of the Rainbow Spiritual Guidance YouTube channel. As always, my name is Jason, and I will be your guide. Thank you guys for being here on this journey with me. For those that are returning, welcome back. For those that are new, welcome. My name is Jason. I'm an empathic healer with psychic abilities. I channel energy, I read tarot, I bring messages from the divine, from our higher selves. I read energy through music and many other avenues. Everything's language, you guys. If you're here, it's not by a chance. You're meant to be here. There's something in this reading for you. If my messages do resonate with you, hit that like button. Remember, they are collective readings, so only take what does and leave what doesn't. If they resonate with you, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. Also, if you'd like more clarity to book a private session with Spirit and I, go ahead and email me. It's in the description box. Also, guys, if you'd like to donate to the channel, show me some love, $1, $5, $10, $20, whatever it is, guys, thank you. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me coming back. There's options to do so also in the description box. But let's get into this. So this will be a November 2022 monthly reading for, hold on, let me fix my chair. Yeah, there we go. For the sign of Libra. So Libra, this song right here is Voices. I'm going to start it over. I've been listening to it, been on repeat while I shuffle these cards. And what I'm getting is there is like this inner dialogue here that needs to shift. You got the third eye in the energy, okay? The Archangel Metatron, the third eye, which is, and you also have rest and rejuvenate. I really think you'll benefit from meditating right now, because I feel like with this voices and talking about the head, I feel like there's a deception going on within the mind space. Like it's very subtle. I think like repeat patterns of thinking are really affecting you right now. And with this south node here, I feel like it's focusing on the past, reliving the past in the mind space here. I think that you need to separate yourself. I do feel there was a separation that happened in the past here. This separation was due to some new type of perception here. I do feel where this deception and envy, beware of envious thoughts of other people's success. All right? Sometimes the ego likes to compare ourselves to others. You could be dealing with something like that, or somebody could be looking at you like that. It could be something to do with some type of partnership here, an alliance, okay? Where this is in the center of your reading and the waiting game underneath it, and then temptation. It's funny because you have all that glitters is gold here, okay? So what I'm getting is not every connection is for you, okay? You may also be like wanting more is the word that's coming to mind. Like, instead of appreciating what you have, and I'm not saying this is you, this could be somebody around you. Remember, energy, it could be flipped. But there's like just a need to tell you that all that glitters is not gold, okay? Just because it's shiny doesn't mean it's good for you. There is a pattern here. There is a loop that is trying to close, but I feel like it's a two timeline split here. You're able to see both timelines, okay, Libra? You're able to see the better, the higher, and the lower. We're living in, because of the belief in evil, right? But the belief in the light and the dark, it is now manifesting. Well, you're able to see that. And what's hard to do is to not fear that this situation is going to come out of what you're doing, right? And instead, it's about faith, because I do feel like someone's deceiving themselves here from taking action. I also feel like discontent, boredom, okay? Wanting more. In your challenge, you have spread your wings as a challenge, and then dedicated effort underneath that. So for some of you, you may want more. You may be having this urge within you to take action, but you're not taking the action that is required. Instead, I feel like you're getting distracted by things that are not for your greatest good. Now, I also feel that the thoughts repetitive thinking is not so good either. You could be really focused on like connections, right? I feel like for some of you, you may be deceiving yourself that you need a connection to feel fulfilled. You may be still transmuting some of that energy. Also, I'm feeling like the thought like you're not going to be successful without having somebody, a partnership or something like that, right? Like, so for some single mothers out there, I've seen that people jump from relationship to relationship for the wrong reasons, right? And it's because they fear that they're not going to be able to do it themselves. So be aware of that. I do feel like right now is about collecting your own energy, taking time, resting and rejuvenating, meditating, and transmuting the lower, denser energies. Let's see what the cosmic energy has to say here. It looks like the ascendant sign, number 35, which is number 8. So it's about balance. I keep seeing that for you, Libra. I mean, you are the sign of balance. So the ascendant. In a natal chart, the ascendant tells a story about how you walked into this life at your birth and how you walk into any new situation. It describes a door through which you see the world and the world sees you, your filter system, and it hints at your awakening consciousness. The ascendant, also known as the rising sign, describes the degree of the zodiac just coming up over the eastern horizon at the moment and place of your birth. The action. How do you see the world? Take a long look at the assumptions and the presumptions through which you filter your experience of reality. Really look at how your privilege, trauma, or certain attributes of your history can distort the reality of the moment. Do what you can do to dismantle those obstructions so you can see the whole view. Open the aperture. Conversely, look carefully at the signals you send off. Do they match your intent? Do you say you're fine when you really need a hug? Are you trained to sound modest or apologetic when really you know what you're doing? Do you act like you know what you're doing when you don't? Notice what you project onto the world and take responsibility for how you're being seen. The ascendant is where you become visible. If this makes you nervous, investigate what needs to be healed or where you need to grow your confidence in order to feel comfortable being seen. If you are asking about a project, look for what needs to be repaired or improved before you hold a press conference. So, I mean, really, I do feel it's like about really being your authentic self and speaking with your authentic voice. Don't let the ego, okay? I feel like there's an ego energy here that is being stung, right? And like the thing is, like, there's a lot of false reality when you're focused in the ego world. All right, so check your ego is what I'm getting here. The challenge. The front door is only part of the house. Be willing to look beyond appearances and into the heart, but don't count on others' ability to do so too. Remember, don't expect everybody to have your same beliefs. Okay, we tend to think we want someone else's life, right? Because it looks good from the outside, but we don't understand what's going on in the inside, and we don't see what the heart of the matter is. And there's something about that with you, Libra, about all that glitters is gold. I feel like comparing yourself to others is huge right now. The gift. Over time, your reputation is built on what you do, not how you look. Yeah, so be authentic in your words and your actions is really what Spirit's trying to tell you, because you are going to call in partnerships by doing so. If you're not coming from your authentic self, if you're not being your authentic self, if you're not on your authentic timeline, the partnerships and alliances are going to fall because they're not going to be rooted in truth. All right, let's see what the South Node says here. So South Node is all about past. All right, where is it in this freaking book? It must be up here. All right. Give me a second to find it. It is number 33, so it is way up here. Oh, I went right by it. All right. South Node. The South Node describes what you bring along from past lives, your skills, proclivities, addictions, weaknesses, unfinished business, and a physical place within your body where you may hold tension or ancient karmic stories. The lunar nodes are the points on the zodiac where the moon's orbit crosses the ecliptic. When the moon, sun, and earth exactly line up here, a shadow mysteriously covers the sun or moon and creates an eclipse. The ancients thought a giant creature cast those shadows and referred to the nose as the head and tail of a dragon. Where the moon descended toward the south, is the dragon's tail. Wow, it's funny because this was just talking like this song's called Mansion, and it reminds me of like in my father's house are many rooms, right? It's like mansion, and then I'm also getting like comparing to other people, right? And wanting to have a mansion, right? All right, so let's read the action. The action. The situation has its roots in some past karmic pattern, the origins of which are not clear. You either need to apply skills that you were born with or look again at old problems and work to heal them. The situation feels hauntingly familiar, but without a story to go with it. Echoing traces from another time or life, an old love or familiar enemy may return, or patterns involved could remind you of an early difficult chapter. If someone triggers your south node, you may feel like you owe them or they owe you. And while that may be true, this accounting won't help now. Clearly deal with what is on the table and stay in the present moment. Learn new ways to respond, new skills that help when old trauma is triggered or old cravens sing their siren song. Break that spell. Use breathing techniques, investigate dialectical behavior therapy, or do something unexpected just to break those patterns and give you more opinions here and now, more options here and now. Stay focused on a healthy future or of your own making. So don't project. Okay, every situation is manifested by both parties. So if you're dealing with somebody, I feel like this, okay? Um, you can't say this person's doing that or that person's doing that. Watch for that tendency, okay? Also, you can't run to someone's aid. You can't save somebody, right? Don't let somebody guilt you into that. Just and then don't let somebody trigger you so then you lash back at them, okay? Like stand in your power, stand in your truth, stand in light, not in the shadow, okay? Also, if you have shadow sides to yourself that you need healing, you can't keep suppressing them and push them under the carpet, because the shadow, of course, doesn't even realize it's a shadow until the light gets shined upon it, right? So shine that light. The challenge. Under stress, you may fall back on familiar defenses and relive what you've always lived. PTSD, flashbacks, and addictive habits, relationships all operate around your south node. Yeah, the past is trying to close, right? I do feel like there's a past, and I'm not saying like this could be a relationship, right? You could be trying to close out a relationship, but then what's happening is there's something else popping up around you, right? And you're about to ready to just go from one to another in the same way you did started the last relationship, right? That is a pattern. That's a loop. There's something here. There's something deeper. It's not why is this person doing this and what does this person do? It's like, what am I manifesting this for? What is the lesson that's in this? That's what you want to ask yourself right now. The gift. Use this opportunity to heal triggers and patterns from the past. Take them as teaching moments and learn. Then your hard-earned skills and wisdom can help you build your future. Wow. So this is a huge, yeah, look, and this song's called Messy. Yeah, some of the things may be a little messy, but why? Why are they messy? Are you partaking in that mess? Right? Think about it. And for some of you guys, you're this could just be not even, it doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be something to do with money too. Like I do feel like some of you guys, are stressing out money, but then you're not taking actions for someone here. It's not taking the proper actions, even though your intuition's pushing you to. And for some of you guys, you are taking actions, but you're taking old pattern actions, even when it comes to money. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors, guardians, ascended masters, all higher light energies, please show Libra what they need to see for November 2022. Please show Libra what they need to see for November 2022. And another thing too is if you are leaving some type of connection, be honest with them why. Don't tell them what they want to hear just because you don't want to hurt them. Tell them the exact truth. All right? Write a letter if you have to. Look at that, the moon. So there's something about that eclipse we just had did do some type of shift here. The Six of Cups. So see, this is like the subconscious programs of the childhood is what I'm getting here. No, the Knight of Cups here. The Ace of Wands. Looks like sideways. Okay, so look at this. That's good stuff. The Nine of Swords in reverse. This landed out sideways too. So, but I'm going to take it like this for some reason as I'm being guided to. Yeah, okay, because I do see that you're moving forward here into a more independent energy. Fall in the fall. Yeah, there is some struggle you're going through, but look, the struggle is that the pattern is something to do that's rooted in your subconscious from your childhood. That is being there's a chance like you can walk away from that and towards something like a newer energy, and I can see that you're realizing that something from the past was a repeated pattern. Okay, this could be something to do with the way you present yourself in relationships. And why I say that is because you get the moon and the Six of Cups. Now, this is all about the past. This is all about illusions and subconscious programs. Well, then you have like the Knight of Cups right next to it, which tells me these three are saying, I'm always, someone was always repeating a pattern when it comes to romance. Okay, like when it comes to connections here, there was a pattern that needed to be broken here. And I do feel like that for many of you, you are connecting to your higher self here with this third eye. I feel like yeah, and the goddess of the moon. So there's being a lightning on the subconscious program is happening here, so a balance can take place here. Okay, I do feel also this is about contracts. Too, that it causing you a lot of anxiety because there's an unknown, like you're going to have to do this on your own and you're realizing that. All right, for some of you too, in the challenge here where there's a reaching out, like you may need to cut off somebody completely here. Okay, that's for some of you, and for others of you, you're like waiting for somebody to reach out and you're kind of stopping your life and not moving forward because you're expecting somebody to reach out. But the biggest thing that I'm seeing here is you're deciding to move towards something. You're using the knowledge that you have learned. Esoteric knowledge is what I'm getting here. But you're moving into the unknown and the mystery. With this Nine of Swords here in reverse is like you're not going to sit there and be all bent out of shape. You're deciding to move forward here and to shine the light. Now this is going to bring a lot of abundance into you and a lot of illumination. Look at all that yellow here. Okay, so just take the time right now that you have and connect to your highest self is truly what's happening for you, because I'm seeing after this pattern ends, it gets you into this new energy here. Yeah, see, balance, healing, serenity, more peace, and forward movement. Yeah, you just got to make that choice. It is coming, or is it going to be a sudden choice here? I feel, or it was a sudden choice, but it was because something wasn't something was off balance, and I also feel that it had something to do with karma. Okay, let's read this advice here. So all that glitters is gold. Remember, not just because something comes into your experience is good for you. When it comes to connections and relationships, the pattern to jump from one thing to another for comfort, all right? Especially for single women. If you're single, you don't like that's a pattern, okay? You can do you don't need somebody, you want somebody. And like for somebody here, that was what was happening is like you were kind of feeling you needed to have somebody, okay? Trust spirit, okay? Trust. Don't deceive yourself. Just trust. What's for you is going to always be for you. Okay? And to with this blockage here about opening your wings, spreading your wings. Listen, you can do anything you want to do. If you're feeling a nudge to go somewhere, do it. Trust your inner voice, your inner dialogue. Trust that inner energy. Round and round is telling me it's a pattern here, okay? I'm going to read that 25 here. All that glitters is gold is telling you that not everything, just because it comes into your experience, is made for you. Round and round. The essential meanings, the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. The Oracle message. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you are standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lesson learned. Relationship message. Are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar? Don't be surprised that you find yourself repeating an old story with same sort of person who may not look similar but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only different this time, for you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you are aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Yeah, so I had somebody keeps going back to their partner, to the one that they're leaving, and some of that is to fulfill a sexual desire. I just got that download here during this, right? So that's that pattern, man. Okay, like, are you getting in relationships just to have all passion? Because look, I do feel like there's a big shift happening to you, Libra, and like you're gonna see this pattern and you're gonna stop this pattern, and this pattern has been a long time. I mean, it goes back to your childhood. All right, prosperity message. If you're in a scenario that appears to be an echo of something that has already happened in the past in your work life, it is because you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. This is a perfect time for you to look at the deeper motives you have and your attraction to the opportunities and people who have entered your life to be a part of your journey to prosperity. Who helps you navigate? Who sabotages you? Who supports you? What are the familiar signs and your responses to them? When you find yourself in a repeat pattern of the past, it's a good time to get a coach or mentor who can help you see what you can't on your own. Repeat what works, not what doesn't. Then you will free yourself from the old cycles and seas going round and round. So it's funny because last night I did a private reading for a Libra sun, and she followed her instincts and got a session with me, and I was able to guide. So I do feel for some of you guys, even if you consider yourself spiritual, don't be so stubborn, because this reach out here is you may need to get some guide. I know I do at times. Like, I need advice from. I know it's a teacher student situation, so I'm open to advice. Okay, so I do feel some of you guys may not be reaching out because you don't think it's like a sign of weakness or something like that. Okay. Also, some of you guys are trying to get your propane tanks filled or something. That download just came through as well. All right, protection message. Are you refusing to see your own personal responsibility for repeating lessons you do not need to relearn? You have to surrender now to the fact that you are the common denominator in all these repeat performances. Be happy, for this is a wonderful spot to be in. You can now see the cycles that you wish to exit. Once you figure out that you have the power to stop going round and round, you possess the key to your freedom. Be good to yourself. It's not about blame, but accountability. You can have the abundant life filled with love and prosperity that Spirit so wants for you. And for some of you, that pattern might be projecting onto other people instead of taking responsibility for your part in that manifestation, right? And that's the ego right there, trying to say, this person did that, I had nothing to do with it. Not seeing that there's a higher there's always a manifestation, and you're always a common denominator in that manifestation. Why is it manifesting? What's the lesson for you? Not for anyone else, but for you. All right, let's do the angel answers and close out this reading. If you have a question you want to ask the angels, go ahead, pause the video if you need to, and meditate on it. If you have a yes or no question, it's time to ask. If you have a time-related question, it's also the time to ask. Spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, guardians, ascended masters, all higher light energies, please show Libra what they need to see. Libra, November 2022, what questions they have. Spirit, answer their questions. One more shuffle. Ask for help from others. See, I cannot make it up. Some of you guys would benefit from having a mentorship or some, you know, and I have that opportunity. If you guys ever want a private reading here, get more information. Yeah, I feel like you may need to get a couple things I'm getting from that. In the near future, and no. At the bottom of the deck, wait. So I do feel like right here where it's like ask for help from others, get more information. Yeah, that may help you see things from a different angle, a different perspective. Because I feel like some of you guys, there's this way of thinking that's blocking the truth from you. But Libra, this is what I got for you. Let me know if it resonates in the comment box. I appreciate it. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you get notified. If you'd like to book a private session with Spirit and I still have a $50 hour special going on. Go ahead and email me. It's in the description box. You will not regret it. But yeah, I believe in you, Libra. You got this. You can do this. Everything's going to be all right. Remember, shine the light on the shadow. We are in Scorpio season now, so it's about shining the light so that you can end a cycle, so you can renew a cycle. Start a new cycle. There you go. All right, this is what I got for you guys. From my sacred heart to your sacred heart, I'm sending you so much love. Namaste.